Well, you guys just let me know when you feel like you guys are ready to go, and we will get going on it. And make sure you be sure to hit record. Sometimes if I don't control it, I tell people please hit record.
Yeah, we're recording. You can start whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Let's do it, guys. All right. So my goal, guys, in this next, 45 minutes or so is to kind of really dive in and walk through some of the quick basics of adding contacts because that's your key. You have to get contacts added to this system. And then what I want to go through is I want to go through the website side of things. I'm going to walk through kind of setting up your website to get the most out of it, more leads coming in, but also I'm going to set it up to where Google is going to like it better. So if someone searches, realtor in a certain area, we want your website coming up. That's the goal because we want those free organic leads starting to flow in. Because I mean I pay for leads, but also I'd love to have my website build its own leads gen coming in, and that's really what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and share a screen with you guys. Share. Hopefully you guys can see that. I've just logged into a Remax agent that I worked with this morning, so we're going to use her account this morning, but it should look exactly the same as yours. And so what I want to do is kind of walk through. There's two ways of getting. I just want to the first 2 minutes is just showing you how to add contacts. I want to make sure that if we can walk away from here, you should be adding a ton of contacts into your system. So like you should be able to go through your phone and literally start adding them like crazy. And really have a goal set. So like if you want to set a goal of 100 contacts added in the next 2 weeks, do that. Like make sure you add as many as you possibly can in it. And so I'm going to go ahead in the right hand side. Once you log into the BoldTrail account, what you want to do is you want to go up to the very top. That is the easiest way to add individual contacts. So like if you have them wrote down somewhere, just hit add contact and drop them in. The only thing I always like to just warn agents about is sometimes we forget. Make sure you push permission to contact. You put yes on all that. If you don't, you can't email them, you can't call them, and you can't text them from the BoldTrail system. So you got to make sure you click yes on everything on that. Also, you want to make sure if you have the lead status, put it in the right place. So like sphere, contact, new leads, you choose where you want to put them. And then also you can just hit add contact at the bottom and it adds them to your database. That's the easy route. Manually adding it in. The second way is if you have an Excel sheet already with like the client's first names, last names, email addresses, that kind of stuff, then you can really drop them all in at one time. And so there is a DIY option, and there's also a option that says, hey, you do it for me, which is always good. And so if you go to your dashboard and you go right here in the middle of your screen to gather your sphere, so dashboard, gather your sphere, and you open that playbook up, this is where you have two options. It says let us handle it or do it yourself. And so if you have that Excel sheet ready to go with the names, phone numbers, email addresses, you can literally hit submit file, fill out the form, upload the file, and in 2 days, they will have all your contacts added to your database. You can't beat that. Like they do it for you, which is awesome. And I probably send them because we have like, 3,000 agents in our level up membership or something like that. And so we probably upload 10 to 15 of these things almost every other day. I mean, it's crazy. So they take care of it for us. That's awesome. The second route, if you want to do it yourself, is you go right here to do it yourself and you say get started and you upload your Excel file right there. It's a CSV file. You upload it and then you match your fields and that's it. Once you're done with that, you can upload them all at once and you've got all your contacts in there. So that's the easiest way you do it. I think you guys are having like a workshop soon to kind of walk through adding all your contacts and stuff. And so, go through that route. But if you can pre-do some stuff work before the workshop, go in and add a whole bunch of people, right? Get as many people in here as possible. That way you can start working those contacts during the workshops. Okay. Any questions on adding contacts? I want to make sure that all is pretty clear. Make sure we're good with that before we move on to the website stuff, which is I kind of geek out a little bit about it because I've got several agents I've worked with over the past probably 3 or 4 months that now they're getting anywhere from 30 to 60 leads coming in on a monthly basis because of the way we set their websites up. And so there's good positive energy going to happen here, right? So you got questions? I want to make sure everybody good. I'm going to check the chat. Sometimes I don't check the chat. Looks like everything's good in there. No chat stuff going on. Feel free, guys. You guys know me. If you tend to end my workshops for, yell at me. Like literally unmute and say I don't understand or help me understand, and we'll go through it. All right. All right, we're gonna walk through the steps, guys. Let's do the website setup. So your websites are pretty awesome, and so if you go the top right hand side up there, and you click your profile picture, and you go about four down, and you click your website button, it should open your website for you. So this is kind of like the default website, right? It's got a background image. It's got your picture on it. Usually it's got a profile. It's got a few little widgets on here.
Please, can we see the screen?
You should be able to see the screen.
We can see it.
If you can't see the screen, you go to the top right on Zoom. There's a little view button, and you click the view button, and it should say something like, once you click that little view button, it should say like gallery or speaker or something like that, and that should be able to change the view for you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so this is kind of what the website looks like. The only page I want to highlight to you that you should share out a lot on social media, on email, however you want to share it, is right at the very top. It's called Sell, S-E-L-L. And so every one of you guys have your own sell page. And so what this does will help you generate actual seller leads. So for example, if I was you, here's what I would do on a weekly basis. I would go here, I would copy that link to that sell page. I would then open up my wonderful world of Facebook, and I would say very simply, if you want to know what your home is worth in today's market, click here. And obviously you could say this any way you want to say it, and you paste your link in there. That's it. Every week. Why wouldn't you not post that? It's a great post to post every week. Because honestly, guys, if you get one person to click that, go to your website page, put in their address, that's a lead for you. It will automatically generate that lead and put it inside your database for you. And so once they give you your address, once you put your address in, I'll put a property in here real quick. Let's do this. This is one of my rental properties. And I hit next. It gives you a valuation of that property pretty instantly, right? And then from there, it actually goes further. And if I was in your market, it would start asking me information about my name, my email address, my phone number. Like it starts really loading in information. But if I don't want to go any farther than that, and I just gave you my address, what could you guys do? You could do a lot with that, right? I mean, you could take that address and you could run a CMA for it, and you could mail that CMA directly to the home. Like we do that a lot, and it will start converting for you. So if you don't get their information, fine, but you got their address, so they were interested in something. Let's reach out to them. And so, all right, does that make sense? Sell page, we're all good with that. It's a great page. We should share it out a lot. It will generate organic seller leads for you. The next step is kind of there's 4 or 5 steps in setting up your website. And we're going to walk through those. So the rest of this workshop, guys, we're going to be right here inside of BoldTrail under Web and IDX. So left-hand side, Web and IDX. So where we're going to start at is we're going to start right here in the middle. So I'm going to go to Web and IDX, and we're going to go right here to Site Content in the middle. So Web IDX, little button in the middle says Site Content. And you're going to click that. So this is where I would start. You guys know that I think they said that testimonial pages on agents' websites are the 3rd most visited pages on your websites. And so I was like, that's huge. So if you guys have testimonials, you got to get them added. Like, because no one wants to visit your website and go to testimonials and it's blank, right? We don't want that. So if you've got testimonials, you can add. What you want to do is you want to go to testimonials here. And you're on the right-hand side, you'll see an Add Testimonial button. If you click that, you just copy and paste testimonial. Now, don't make up testimonials, all right? Don't make up something that somebody didn't say. I was in a big workshop down in Arizona recently, and I was like, I told agents to put their testimonials in, and by the end of the class, an agent raised his hand, and he said, Jeremy, I'm done. I said, what do you mean you're done? He was like, yeah, I had ChatGPT write 20 testimonials for me. And I was like, no, you can't do that. That's not how this works. So you got to literally get yours from Google. Like, for example, if you have testimonials on Google, just copy paste them. So put in what you want here, put their name in, hit add, and it will add a testimonial to your site. Once you add your first testimonial, it auto creates the testimonial page on your website. Right? So you go through, add as many testimonials as you possibly can. Google will start.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
go for it.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's
sorry,
what.
Jeremy. I have
Yeah,
a question
yeah,
regarding testimonial. Okay, we pull it from our, from Zillow or Google. But if
yep,
I wanted to send someone a request to send me a testimonial, reach out to them so it builds up, right? From my previous
yep,
clients.
yep.
How would I go about it? Can we do it
So,
from here?
well, you can't, they don't actually have a testimonial service here, but because you guys are with Level Up, you guys have your own testimonial review
Uh-huh.
app. So I'll just quickly show it to you. But what we'll do,
Oh,
Aisha,
okay.
after this, maybe you and I can sit down and show
We'll
you how to
get
do it.
there.
Yeah, so like if you go into, I'll show you real quick. If you guys log into Level Up, so if you log into Level Up and you go all the way down here to apps, and there's an agent review app here for you. And so if you click this link, it says create your account with this link. It will actually create you an agent review account. And we actually got an agent review platform built for you guys. So like
Oh,
inside of here, let me open up a client real quick that uses this a lot. John Groft. So you guys would have your own agent review app that automatically brings in all your reviews from all your places. So Google, Facebook, Yelp, wherever you got reviews at. And then you can actually click and it would auto post those reviews on social for you. And so this is one we built for you guys. And so you even have your own review link. So I'll show you what it looks like. Imagine sending this out to a client, send the link to the client, they click on it, they leave you a 5-star review, then they get to choose what platform to leave the review on. And it automatically happens. So it makes it real easy. We've even got it where if they want to leave you a under 3-star review, nobody wants those. If you leave under 3 star review, it actually doesn't go to those platforms. It only goes to you. So it kind of protects you in a way. It gives you some good stuff. And then lastly, if you guys want to send reviews out of our platform, you can hit get reviews, put in their name, put in their phone number, and it will automatically send them a text message with the link where they can leave you a review.
oh,
It's a
nice.
it's an awesome platform. We built that 2 years ago, and you guys have full reign to it. So highly recommend. That's a whole other class, but highly recommend going in and using it.
Perfect.
All right, keep on chugging along here. All right, next we have testimonials. We added those, right? If you have Zillow testimonies, you can actually have those auto added to your website. So, for example, if you click Connect Zillow Reviews here, all you need to do is put in your email address you log into Zillow with. So once you put in that email address you log into Zillow with, let me show you a website real quick that already has it connected. Testimonials. Do you see here on the right hand side all these Zillow reviews? That's what yours will look like. It will automatically bring in all your Zillow reviews on your testimonial page. So all you have to do is put in whatever email address you log into Zillow with, and it will take care of the work for you. So it usually takes about 30, 45 minutes, and it will import all those in.
Nice.
Cool. All right, love it. So that's your testimony. That's step one, guys. So if you haven't done that yet, you need to do it. Step two, and this is where I get real excited about it. This is your SEO. So this is where, if you don't know what SEO is, SEO means, search engine optimization. This is how much Google loves you. That's the way I say it. And so we want Google to love us more, right? So if you go here on the left-hand side to service areas and SEO, I'll show you again. If you start over, Web IDX, site content, service areas, and SEO. And what we want to do here is you want to add cities that you serve, right? So you want to put in as many cities that you serve here so Google knows you are the realtor of choice in those cities. So for example, let me see if I can remember. I have no idea what city, what even state this agent's in. So let me, Farmington. Okay. This is a New Mexico agent. So what I would do if I was you, I would go right here to service areas and SEO, and you want to put in the city that you serve. So for example, I'm going to put Farmington for this agent, and it says Farmington. It'll drop down. You get to choose the city. And then what's really cool here is you just added a page to your website. It was that simple. And if I click on this Farmington page, look what happens. It actually built this page for me, has all the new listings for Farmington, 223 listings, and check this out. It even adds subdivision pages. So with one click, it added like 40 or 50 pages to your website. Super easy. And so now Google's going to pick up on this stuff. So like if you ever want to send out a link on social media and say, hey, check out this cool subdivision, you can click on Cherry Hills and there's the subdivision of Cherry Hills and you can share that page out. Like it is all built in. But the real key, guys, is going through here and actually adding your cities that you serve. So choose your whatever city name you want, type it in, drop down will happen, and then you click on the drop down. And I recommend 10 to 15 cities. That's just what I recommend to get you the most exposure. And so you want to go in and add those cities onto this page. Any questions here? Does this make sense? By the way, like I used to charge $2,000 for what I'm showing you. So like to SEO somebody's website, I'm giving you a $2,000 tactic that I used to charge that for. So just walk through it and you're going to be good. This is where I'd say 90% of agents don't do it, but you're missing out if you don't do this. Right here under keywords of every page, you want to put in about 8 to 10 keywords or sentences that make sense. So this is stuff that you're searching Google for. So the number one thing you should put here is your name. So this agent's name is Jennifer Wood. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to put in Jennifer Wood, and then I'm going to put a comma, right? And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put realtor, comma. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put real estate agent, comma. And you could even go further than that. You could put best realtor if you want to. If someone's searching it, I want to come up. And then you can go further and put like investment properties. You can put whatever you want you think people are searching for, like homes for sale, right? Those are all key words that people put in Google. So once you put that in, you hit save. And now what you could do is you could copy this and paste it on the next one, hit save. Paste it on the next one, hit save. So you're using the same keywords on every one of these pages. All right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give you my $1,000 tip right here. Ready? This is what I'd say. Gosh, I'd say maybe less than 1% of agents do this, but it's huge for SEO. So let's say this Farmington, New Mexico. I've never been to Farmington, New Mexico, but I'm going to SEO it. So here's the way you do it. And this is going to be recorded, so you can always go back and watch this. But you're going to go to the awesome Chat GPT. It's free. Go in there, use it. And you're going to say this one sentence. Write a paragraph for my real estate website and you put in the city name, right? Include keywords to make Google like the page. And I'm going to copy this. I guess I spell estate wrong. Real estate. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to drop this in the chat for you guys. But that's exactly what I would do for all my pages. And I would hit enter on it. And what it's going to do, it's going to drop in a paragraph that I'm going to add, that I'm going to add to that page. If you notice, there's keywords in here: biking trail, hiking, single family homes. What is it? There's quality of life. There's all kinds of keywords that put in here. I'm copying this and I'm putting it right here under page text.
Oh.
It's a little hack that I've used for the past year on these sites, and it literally will get you higher in the results. And so look what we just did. If I click this page again, now you'll notice the difference. The paragraphs here on the page that Google reads, and now you have everything built in here. And now that page is SEO'd and ready to go. If you did that for your top 10 or 15 cities, you're going to rank higher than any other one. You're going to rank higher than any other Remax agent in your area, because no other Remax agents are doing this unless they took my class and they actually listened to me, which is sometimes people take my class, they don't do it. So it is what it is. And I know for a fact you're going to rank every EXP agent that has BoldTrail. You're going to have rank every Century 2-in-1 agent that has BoldTrail because none of them are doing this. All right. So there you go. That right there is worth your trip to the Zoom class today. All right. So the next step, you actually got to do it. I know that's the hard part. All right. So we got that done, right? We got our site content done. We got our testimonials done. Check it off. Right. We're going to do that this week. Next, blogs, guys. If I hit Web IDX and you go to blogs, I do want to highlight this shortly. All right, blogs have been around since the invention of the internet. Right, they're old, and no one in here probably gets up in the morning and thinks, "I can't wait to write my blog article." I know that's not you guys. At least it's not me because I don't dream about writing blog articles. But what I do dream about is getting leads. And so when you write blog articles, Google likes that, which will generate more leads. All right. And so this is actually the best way to get you into the AI searches as well. So, like, if I go to Google, I'll just do a test. So if I go to Google and I type in, what's the best neighborhoods in Lexington, Kentucky to move to? And people are searching this kind of questions, guys, on Google. Look what's happening. How cool would it be if we got our results, our blog posts into these results? You see these pages over here? By the way, that's a real estate agent right there. He got his blog article into the AI search results. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. And so all you have to do is go here to Website EX, go to blog, and you're going to click add post. And so I'm going to do an example for this one. This lady lives in Farmington, but you would do this for your own city, right? So I would go to, by the way, I'm not writing anything. ChatGPT is writing everything for me. Okay. So we're going to go in ChatGPT and we're going to say, write a paragraph. No, let's do this. Write a blog post for my real estate website, highlighting the top 5 places to visit in Farmington, New Mexico. Right? That's it. That's my blog. And you hit enter. And you wait for it to write it, and then you copy and paste it. That's it. Like, if you do 5 of these guys by the end of the year, you're probably going to end up in an AI search result at some point in time. So if you just copy all this, I'm going to wait. It's almost done. And you may not want to put the pictures in this one because it may not be copyrighted. So you may want to go in and say, now write it without the photos. And now it's going to write it without the photos, the actual blog article itself. And then you're going to copy it. And so that's it. You're literally going to wait. I'm going to let this one finish just a second just to show how easy this is. It should give me 5 things and a little sum up paragraph. All right, that's it. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my website. I'm hitting paste. I'm removing that stuff. I don't need that. And making this my title. And then last, if you want to put a photo on it, highly recommend uploading a photo of something that has to do with that blog. Totally, you could take the photo yourself or get it online. And then you hit save and hit publish now. So I'm going to go and publish this for this lady. There it is. There's her blog article. And there is her blog article on her website. It's ready to go. And it's going to use those keywords to help. And so what I would do is ask ChatGPT, say, hey, give me the top 5 blog articles that I need to write for my real estate website to get ranking higher. And it's going to tell you what articles to write. You copy, paste, and you'll have 5 in 15, 20 minutes. And you just wrote your blog articles for your website for this year. Everybody good with this? It's making sense? Not hard.
Sure.
Not hard. Just take a little baby step to make it work, right? All right. And so that is your blogs. Highly recommend at least 5 for the year. Next, you can go right here. And by the way, check this out. When you write your blogs, you can also schedule them. So, for example, if you wrote 5 in one day, AI writes 501 day for you. You just schedule them out to go out every week. And now you got 5 for the month and you do the next one the next month and you keep on going. You could probably do this in 10 minutes a month, guys, honestly. Okay, next, get up there. Next is widgets. It's always a funny word, but it makes a big impact. So these widgets, guys, are pre-designed elements of your website. So let me just create a few on here. So if I go to her website, let me click on it. Do you see right here, these things right here? What's my home worth? Meet the team, preview. These are widgets. And so what I'm going to do is drop in a whole bunch of awesome widgets on our site. So on the left-hand side, these are all the available widgets you can put on your site. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to drag in. Let's do a featured area. Let's do I don't know, let's do property type. Let's do home worth and just listed and open house. And let's do a market report. So look at all these widgets. I just added all these widgets on my page. And let's refresh and let's see what it looks like. So check it out. It just added all these other widgets now on my website with one click. So it makes it really, really nice and easy. And so the only widget I want to kind of highlight with you, though, is the featured area widget. So once you go on the left-hand side here and you click featured area and go right here to featured area widget, you want to add up to 9 of your featured areas. What are the areas you want to get more listings into, right? So you hit the little edit button and look at these 9 blocks. So we're going to do one of them together, but you would do your own cities, the ones you want to sell more properties into. So if you click this little button here, add areas, all you do is put the location. So this one's going to be Farmington. And then an area name, we're going to type in Farmington. And that's it. You hit save. And if you want to, you can hit save again. And I'll just show you what it looks like now, what we just built. Check it out. Featured areas, Farmington. Done. So when people click on it on your website, it's going to show you all the available homes in Farmington. Same thing for your cities, for your areas. And you can do this, guys, for neighborhoods, for school districts. Like if you really want, like people probably, I don't know what people search for in your area. Like Kentucky, they usually search for city, but I think in your guys' area, they may do like by county or townships or something like that. So you can put in what you want people to search. And so another great option is you can actually do niche properties. So if I go to featured areas here and hit edit, and I go add another area. Watch this. Let's do all homes in Farmington. I don't know, over $1 million. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Farmington, put in Farmington again, put in your area. And I'm going to do farming. I'm going to say homes in Farmington over 1 million. And now on the right-hand side, you do price range. What's your minimum? $1 million. You hit save, and now let's look at it. Go back to her website. Check it out. First Farmington, homes in Farmington over $1 million. Click on it. There's all the homes in Farmington over $1 million. So you can really define what you want to show on your homepage. All right, does that make sense? Everybody go with that. All right. That's a huge opportunity, by the way, because that gives you like 9 different areas that will quickly people search. And my team has done a lot of research on it. And these are the second most clicked things on your website is the featured areas, because it makes people really easy to be like, oh, I want to live there. Click. Let me see all the area. And it really does work. All right. Any questions on any of that? Is we all still good with this? We're getting ready to go to the website settings page. But I want to make sure, at least if you just stopped here, guys, you would be doing more than probably 98% of Remax agents across the country if you just did those 4 or 5 things. And it does work. All right. Website IDX. So we're going to go right here on the left-hand side to Web and IDX. And we're going to right here to website settings. This is going to kind of finalize a lot of the new setting stuff. So if we scroll down, so we go to Web IDX, website settings, we're going to scroll down, and this will allow us to upload photos on our screen. So let's go to her website, look real quick. So her background image is this crazy looking background here. Probably doesn't look like anything like New Mexico to me. And so what you have the option to do is use some of these default photos for your website. So if I wanted to use this one and this one, I'm just check marking it. Check marking. Let's say I just want to use those and I hit save. And now if we refresh her website, there you go. Looks totally different. And so now you can, every time I refresh her website, a new image is going to come up and it's going to change those images out, depending on what images I selected. You can also, if you scroll down a little bit further, you can actually upload your own image. So if there's let's say there's a beautiful landmark that people would recognize in your area, you can take a picture of that, upload it, and now that is your background. And I recommend that because people want local agents. And so if they can jump to your website and recognize, oh, they're local for sure, it would make a stand, right? So you guys can upload your own photos for your own area, and it really does work. Okay, secondary logo. If you have your own logo beside the Remax logo, if you have your own team logo or something like that, you can upload it here, and it will put that logo right here on your website, the top right. I'll give you a hint. If you don't have a logo, you can actually upload your photo, and you can put your photo right there at the top. It's a great little thing. People want to see you, especially if you want brand recognition, that kind of stuff. Or if you are like what is it, like the Children's Miracle Network and stuff like that, if you're part of any of those organizations and you give back or you know, that, you could put that little logo at the top up there too. You can put really whatever you want up there.
Nice.
Next, to scroll on down. Some of this stuff is not really needed. This one is important though. So if you scroll down, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. It won't let me. This one's called forced lead registration. This is where you determine what happens when someone visits your website. So for example, there's 4 options here. 2 options are good, 2 options are stupid. I'm just going to be honest. It's just how it is. And so the first 2 options here are good. So it says prompt required registration after 1 property view. What that means is if I go to Jennifer's website or go to your agent's website and I click on a property, so I'm just going to click on this property right here. Let's click on this one. If I click on this property and I'm not logged in yet, it will prompt me and make me put in my username and password, right? So if I click this, it will actually make me create an account. That's what it usually does. That's only if you have prompt required registration after 1 property view. After they look at 1 property, then it'll make them register. The second one is, which I like this one, required registration after a specific number of property views, and you can change your property views here. So for example, get them on your website, looking at a few different properties, and after 3 properties, then it makes them register, right? Because honestly, the reason they're on my website and the reason I want them on my website is for them to register. I want their information. And if they're not going to give it to me, it doesn't help me at all, right? So I want their information. The last 2 options here, guys, just don't make sense to me, but you can use them if you want to. It says, don't ask website visitors to register. It will never pop up and ask them to register. Makes 0 sense. The 4th one is prompt registration, but don't require it. So that means it's going to pop up, ask them to register, but they can hit the little X and keep on going on your website. They don't have to do anything. So my recommendation would be one of these first 2, right? Let's get leads coming in. If they hit your website, let's get a lead.
And Jeremy, you can only choose one?
Yep. So you have to pick one of these options. If I was building on my website today, I would probably do required registration and do like 2 views. So that means they look at 2 properties or 3 properties, and then it makes them register. Because sometimes they go and they hit your website and they look at a property and it makes them register. They're going to be like, nah, I'm good. And they'll go somewhere else, right? Or go to Zillow or go wherever else. We want them to be hooked on our website and then be like, okay, I'll put it in, right? And so that's what I like.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. So it's been awesome listening to the tricks here. I really appreciate it, but I have to leave. I have to take care of my little one.
Yeah, go do it.
So much. And I learned a lot. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. I think the recording is going to be available too for the rest of the class. So feel free to grab the recording from them and just watch it. So yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So where will we get the recording?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's always sent to
It'll be
us.
sent out.
Okay,
It'll
got
be
it.
sent out later today. You'll have
Okay,
it.
good. Okay,
Awesome. Okay, let's keep going. So this is where a lot of agents don't put anything here. I'd say 80% of Remax agents have this blank. This is your website title. Google reads this. So what you need here is something that's going to kind of explain who you are and what you do. So for example, your website title could be, I don't know, helping clients buy and sell homes, right? That's a good website title. And so if it shows up on Google, we want people to think, hey, this is your website title, right? Yeah, schema for the website's important. It's a little tricky to submit your schema to Google, but there is a little hack for it. I've got a video for you guys. I'll try to find and I'll send it over to you guys. It kind of walks you through how to submit your website to Google to get the most out of it. I'll find the video. I'll send it over to you guys. But here, website title, put in whatever website title you want to put here. Make sure something's in there though. Let's keep on scrolling down. If you don't know coding, okay, don't put anything in these boxes. Okay, that will break your website. So if you don't know coding, don't put it in. As a level up agent, I've actually got a couple codes I can share with you guys. One code will actually put your phone number. I'll show you what I did with this agent site. We have a code that will put your phone number at the top of the website. See this phone number up here? And it's really great. We got a lot of clicks on that. So after this session, I'll share with you guys the code, and you want to put it right here under custom header code. Just paste it and change the phone number in the code, and now you'll have your own phone number at the top of the page. There's some other codes we have, but that's the one I'll share with you guys for sure. And it will put that nice phone number at the top so people make it easy for people to call you. I'm gonna scroll on down. Trying to think, was one more thing I wanted to make sure I showed you in this training. Oh yeah. So background video. You can use any YouTube video as a background video for your website. So if I go to this agent's website, you see this video playing? So this is a Kentucky agent. We're about horses and bourbon here in Kentucky. So this video is a video of horses and bourbon, right? And so it really kind of stands out. It makes it real quick that this is a Kentucky agent. And so if there is a YouTube video or you have a video that you want to put on here, you can upload it to YouTube and you can use the YouTube ID to put that video into your site. And so let's just go to YouTube real quick. I'm just going to pick an area. So let's do drone. I'm just going to do drone video, New Jersey. Let's just say I'm doing one for New Jersey. New Jersey. You can find, like, this is a great drone video. And so because it's public use, because they put it on YouTube in public use, you can use it on your site. And so if I click on this video,
yeah,
and we all watch an ad together. Hold on one second.
Easy. AI built me a website in.
Okay. And so if you want to use this video on your website, you could go right here and see at the very top, and it's hard to see it. It says watch, then V equals. That's the YouTube code. Anything after the equal sign is the YouTube code. So that's all you need. You just need that one little code right after the equal sign. If you copy that and you paste it right here under background YouTube video ID, that video is now your background of your website. Super easy. No audio plays, but it'll play the video in the background. Like if you do ever property videos, I've got agents that will actually get their photographer, videographer to shoot a property video, upload it to YouTube, and then they'll feature that video on their website as the background video. So totally up to you how you guys do that. Delete that. Scroll down. This is where you can change. Like, here's what I would do. This is just me. So if you visit your website, you see at the top it says sell. It's good, but it really doesn't make a lot of sense because this is really a home evaluation page, right? This is where they get a home evaluation. So if you scroll down to where it says sell label, you can change this to so I'm going to do what's your home worth. And I'm going to hit save. So now if I visit her website, look what happened. Top of her website, it says, what's your home worth? That makes more sense to me. So now they're going to click on it probably more often to find out what their home is worth. Super easy. You just change the menu item, the menu title of that page. I think there's one more thing. Let me scroll down the bottom. Okay, there is a part here where it says listings, and you could click listings here on the left-hand side menu. This is all the listings that will show up on your website. And so if you click on it, it will show you that property. So if you don't want to show commercial properties on your website, you can uncheck it and it will remove all commercial properties from your website. It depends on your MLS. Like on my MLS in Kentucky, we actually have like a rental properties and stuff like that. And you can remove those if you don't want to receive rental leads. And so you could just uncheck it. And I think that pretty much wraps up the settings part of this. Okay. That's your website setup, guys, right? There's 5 big things you got to do. Pages, testimonials, or not pages, site content, testimonials, and SEO pages. Get those done. Go to add your blog pages, add your widgets, and then do the settings. You can probably do this in about 30 minutes, honestly. You could probably set most of this up 30, 45 minutes. May take a little bit longer, right? For some just copy and paste and that kind of stuff. But it is probably going to be let's say it takes you an hour. It's probably your most important hour when it comes to lead generation. Because now, once you build it, you can use this website for years and it still leads will start flowing in. And that's what we want. We want your dashboard full of people clicking on properties so you can reply and send text messages and emails. Because I can't imagine there's anybody in this class right now, guys, that wouldn't like to wake up while they're drinking a cup of coffee and see people clicking on their website and looking at properties. We all want that. So we can actually reply back to them and text them and email, start conversations. All right. That's it. That's all I got.
Jeremy.
Oh, please.
My question is, for instance, whoever visits our website, this is where we'll see it on the dashboard.
Yep.
The messages, everything is going to be through here.
Yep. So let's say, for example, I visit your website. So let's say I visit this agent's website. And I go in here and I say, your agent, let's just say I look for a property. So I'm just going to pick a property down here. That's a good idea. So I'm going to click on a property. Wrong button, Jeremy. Come on. Click on a property. And let's say I go over here and I submit my information, or I say I'm looking for more interested in this property, request a showing, anything I put in here. If they're in your database already, then it will show you that they looked at this property. So for example, this Judy and Ken Bennett, they're already in Jennifer's website, Jennifer's database. They're already in her BoldTrail account. So every time they look at a property on Jennifer's website, it will show you that they clicked on that property. And so the more leads you get in, that's where we go to see it. And so what I would do if I saw this, looks like a day ago, they clicked on this property, I would literally go down here at text message, and it automatically says, thanks for viewing, and it has the link to that exact property on your website. I wanted to follow up to see if any questions or anything I can assist you at this time. So it automatically even tries to reply to these people. And so what I would do is while you're drinking your cup of coffee or getting up early in the morning, you're going through here and starting conversations with people that clicked on properties on your website. And the more, the merrier.
Yes. And then landing page, we talked about it. That was the landing page after they clicking, or it's going to be something separate?
So a landing page is a little different. If you go down here to lead engine here on the left-hand side, there's 2 options. You have a squeeze page and a landing page.
I see.
Well, what I probably would do is create a couple squeeze pages. They get their name from squeezing people's information out of them. That's where squeeze pages get their name. And so squeeze pages are about properties. So I'm just going to click here and I'm going to say start building a squeeze page. And let's say I wanted to build a squeeze page. I'm going to go to location. I'm going to do Farmington. So I'm going to type in location, well, if I spell it right, Farmington. There's my city. And I want to show all the properties in Farmington under $500,000. So now we're building a page to show all the listings in a certain city under a certain price range. And I'm going to say generate link. We just built a squeeze page. So if you take this link and you go to Facebook, and I'll just show you what I would do. I would go to Facebook and say, check out all the homes in Farmington under 500K. And I paste that link. It's going to pull an image from one of those properties and it's going to show it right here on the Facebook group. And so now when they click on this, it takes them to your squeeze page. And here's the port of a squeeze page. Here's what that helps you the most. When they click on a property and they don't have an account yet, it will make them register. It forces them to register. So imagine creating several different squeeze pages. One, maybe it says all homes in a certain area under a certain price range, all homes with a pool in a certain price range, all homes with a 1 acre property in a certain price range. Like you can create multiple squeeze pages, share those page links out on social or email or wherever you want to share them, and it generates leads for you. And so I recommend creating 5 to 10 squeeze pages, put them onto like a Word doc somewhere, and then use them over and over and over on social. Use them over and over on email, and it will generate leads for you. I've got one agent that in the past, I think he said the past 6 months, that has generated over 72, I think he said 70 some leads off of his squeeze pages he shared out on social.
Nice.
And so it's just about, playing with what you think people would click on. So for me, like my average home price here in Central Kentucky is like, I don't know, 450,000. So that's a hot market for me here in this area. So I would create a squeeze page, all homes in my area under 450,000. And now you're going to get a lot more people clicking that because they want homes in my area under that price range.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. There's so much more we can train on, guys, but I want to make sure we at least, cover the basics, make sure we get through the good stuff here. And I'm sure we'll do more trainings in the future, but I want to make sure that, we at least get to use this platform and we're paying for it, right? We Remax is giving you this platform. So I'm all about not spending extra money. I'd rather use what I got, the tools I've got to really use it and grow my business. And just some encouragement, guys. I've got agents that recently, in the past 30 days, have switched from different platforms to BoldTrail, and they're already seeing an increase in their leads. And so it's doable. You just got to baby step through it. Like pick up something to do this week. All right, I'm going to create a blog this week. All right, next time, I'm going to create the testimony pages. All right, next time. And then in 3 or 4 weeks, you'll have this thing rocking and really utilizing the tools to get you the most leads in. And I think this really playing along with it. And make sure you log in at least every other day and think to yourself, what can I do here? And then do 2 or 3 actions. And it will make a big benefit for you. All right. That's all I got, guys.
All right, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Are we going to have next week? We're going to have next week training with you as well, right?
I don't know. Whatever you got, whatever you schedule with me, I have no idea. I have to look at my calendar.
It's next Thursday.
Sounds good.
Same
We're
time.
excited. We have homework for the whole week to work on our website. Let's see how far we get.
That's right. Work hard. And then the next week, guys, we'll go into squeeze pages more, go to landing pages really hot and heavy. We'll talk about, there's so much. We talk about drip campaigns. That way, talking about, if you automations, like how to automate text messages, how to automate emails, and that way to build this system that you're going to love 2 or 3 months down the road. All right. That's all I got, guys.
Jeremy, I know you are short on time, but a quick request for one of the classes, if we can have, working on our CRM, where it comes to, what all these, like if you go, what all these means. I know some of us are familiar with it, but for our new agents that have joined, as me, I'm one of them with the platform. I know few. What does this mean when we click on it? That would be like a great help. Or if you could share us a video that we can, that will make us understand. That would be great as well.
Let's do this. Let's start our next week's training. Let's start our next week's training with something really impactful. Let's start with, when you click on this, it does this, and let's kind of walk through the big features of the adding contacts, and we'll probably even go back through market reports and save searches, because those are the big key features that will generate a lot of traffic for you. So we'll start that with that, and we'll go into those stuff. Okay.
Sounds good.
Great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys.
Let me ask you a question before you go. Can I ask you a question?
Go for it. What you got?
All right. So we created a workshop here, hands-on work on BoldTrail. So we are showing up on Thursdays and stuff like that, but we are, is there a way that when we finish this part and then we just want to go back to the website, which is absolutely amazing, we have to work on that. So can we just have you for our workshop, like, hands-on work for a few agents that we are very serious and we are very committed that we want to learn this. And I'm one of them because
I tell you what we're getting ready to do. I tell you what we're getting ready to do. So for Level Up, I don't know if you guys know this or not, inside of our Level Up portal, I'll just show you again real quick. If you go into the new Level Up portal, right now, every single Monday, so if you go to events, every single Monday at 2:00, we host a BoldTrail training. So that's a good one. But starting, I think in 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to have a hands-on workshop starting. So it'll be a small group of agents that want to come in and we'll walk through this stuff, take about 45 minutes or so and walk through it. So give us about 2 weeks and you'll see some announcements about it. And it's going to be basically hands-on, you guys doing it live while we show it. And I think that'll help. So just look for those announcements coming pretty soon. Okay.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for having me. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
See you guys. Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime, guys. See y'all.